What is going on, guys? It is the ProdigyCraft here, back with round 4 of Formula 1 2024 career mode. Today we are racing in Japan. We are doing the Suzuka Grand Prix. Now, this is quite a difficult one for me. It's a track that is iconic in Formula 1, but I do struggle with it, especially around the first sector. We'll see how we get on as you join me in the first practice session. Let's get it.
Suzuka is an old-school favourite, an old seat of motorsport and a place where so many champions have been crowned. Let's get the weekend started then. It's practice in Japan.
Okay, the first thing to do is going to be to get a setup on the car. We're going to see where we're at aerodynamically. So we're going to go for
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Thank you, Jeff. You know I love some new parts on the car. I love it when they give me new stuff. I am a big believer in new parts being the right way to go. So we're going to go up with a similar setup that we went for in Australia, since we got the race win there. I mean, you can't complain at that, can you? So if we go for a similar setup, then I believe that will work out quite well. I want quite a bit of downforce going through the first sector. Obviously we have some high speed turns in 130R, so we don't exactly want to be the draggiest car. I'm going to go for 100% brake pressure, because I don't know why you would go for anything other than 100% brake pressure, to be honest. And we will say that that is probably about right setup wise. So what practice programs do we have? We have a race strategy, qualifying pace, and tyre management. So the first one we'll go out and do is the race strategy program. So join me at the end of that to see how we are getting on.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
So yeah, the car feels alright, I guess. It's just me that's not feeling the best around this circuit. I have always struggled with this track, particularly this section, and being quick through here like the AIR. But the car feels better than it has, definitely in the first two races. Maybe not as planted as it was in Australia, but to be honest, that was just the perfect setup, perfect conditions. So I think it's going to take a little bit of me getting used to this car on this track, but we can definitely see where we are. And yeah, let's get it back to the pits and run the qualifying pace program, and that will give us a good indication of where we're going to be on Saturday. So join me then.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
So yeah, the car feels alright, doesn't feel the worst on the soft tyre. I feel like we need to just nail the first sector, get the first sector down. I feel like the rest of the lap will come to us. So it's all going to be just about practicing around here, and hopefully we have a good qualifying. The car feels good. I'm expecting that we can get some points this weekend, or I'm hoping we can get some points. So it's just, you know, it's telling us to brake in a few areas that I don't feel like I need to brake. It's wanting me to brake a lot earlier than what I think I should. But yeah, well, let's just see where we're at the, let's get a tyre sim program in, tyre wear program, and then we'll see where we are at the end of that.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Yeah, the car feels pretty good. Feels pretty good on the tyre wear. It doesn't feel too bad, and obviously these are old tyres that we used for the race strategy program. So I'm feeling pretty confident on these tyres. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good qualifying. I don't think we're going to get as high up in the grid that we did in Australia, because again, I'm not as confident in my own abilities around the Suzuka circuit, which is a strange one, because I've been racing this circuit since I was a little boy in Formula 1 2006, and I've raced it every year since, but it's just always been one of them that you know, I've struggled with in comparison to maybe the Belgium circuit, the Spanish Grand Prix, which circuits that I'm really, really good at, really confident at. Suzuka's always just been one of them tricky circuits for me, and I think it is for a lot of drivers. It's quite a technical circuit, especially Sector 1. You know, it's balancing risk versus reward, and you know, those that go for the extra risk, ride the curbs, get a hell of a lot of lap time out of Sector 1. So yeah, let's just see where we're at the end of practice and move on to qualifying, I guess.
What an incredible practice session that was. But the fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds. A warm welcome everybody from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Okay then, it looks like we're clear of rain, which is always a bit of a threat at the Suzuka circuit. We can take some fuel out the car and we will go out for our first push lap. So hopefully we can get a good one in and we can get out of Q1 into Q2, obviously the goal being Q3. So let's see what we can do here. It was a 1:37.12. By no means was that a perfect lap. We got a little bit blocked by the Red Bull there, and so that didn't go very well for us. A little bit annoying, we went a little bit deep into the hairpin because we were blocked by that Red Bull. I wonder if we're going to repay the favour back here, or whether we're going to get out of the way in a bit more of a clever position than the Red Bull did. Because that was putting me off. I feel like he could have got out of the way before there, but unfortunately didn't. See, if I was the Red Bull, I would have probably just stayed to the side of the road here as he's gone through. Probably blocked that last Red Bull a little bit, but repaying the favour there to the Red Bull team.
One lap of fuel left now, the tank's pretty much empty.
Let's see where that is going to get us at the end of Q1. Are we going to be safe, or are we going to have to get another run in? I am not sure. So at the end of qualifying 1 then, it is Charles Leclerc P1, Carlos Sainz P2, Lando Norris P3, with us slotting in 12th position, and unfortunately Kevin qualifying P20 right at the back of the field. So I'm pretty happy to have had a to not be eliminated in Q1 there, and to be able to get through to Q2. The goal now will be getting an even better lap in than we put through there and getting through to Q3. So let's see what we can get done. A 1:30.5. I am pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a big improvement over our last lap. I can't remember what our last lap was, but I'm pretty sure that was an improvement. I'm pretty sure our last lap was in the 1:31s. Unless I did get a 1:30.5 in Q1, but yeah, I think that's a big improvement. It definitely felt like the lap was more put together than the lap in Q1 was. So we're going to see where that actually gets us. Or whether we'll have to do another run at the end of Q2 here and to get through to Q3. It would be nice to have a Q3 entry again as we did last race. But obviously last race, you know, there was weather that was playing a factor into that. So I'm not sure on pure pace whether we're going to be able to get through to Q3. But it definitely looks more promising, that's for sure. I mean, we're faster than Hamilton there. So let's see what we can get. So at the end of qualifying 2, it is Max Verstappen P1, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton P2, and Charles Leclerc P3, with Carlos Sainz being knocked out in P11 in Q2. The Ferrari driver, the Spaniard, not having a great qualifying session, going from the top of the time sheets in Q1 to out in Q2. That is a massive shock there, and I'm sure Ferrari aren't going to be too happy about that, but Haas P7 making it through to qualifying 3. I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's just make sure that we're not P10 on the grid at the end of Q3. So we're going to get 2 runs on the board here because we have 2 sets of tyres. So I'm going to go out now and set a lap, and then set a lap at the very end of the session. A 1:30.0, 5 tenths quicker than what we went in Q2, and to be honest, that felt like a pretty solid lap. I won't lie, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go any quicker than that, but I'm definitely really happy with that. If a 1:30.5 was good enough to get us in P7 in Q2, then I'm not sure where that's going to be good enough to get us. But at the moment, everybody, even Perez, qualifying behind us on their first runs. So as first runs go, I am pretty damn proud of that. I felt like it all sort of came together in that lap, but there's definitely more in it. There's definitely more in the car. But will I be able to extract it in a final run? I hope so.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
And across the line, we're on pole. Across the line on pole position. What?
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Pole position by 0.008 of a second. An identical lap from myself and Max. Okay. I mean, I will take that. Unbelievable. What?
We come to you live today from the Mie Prefecture in the south of Japan's Honshu Island for a race that has seen many title deciders over the years. Some simple, some controversial, but all contributing to a legacy that makes the Japanese Grand Prix an indispensable stop in any Formula One season. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Jackson lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Russell, Perez, Norris, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Sainz, Sargent, Joe, Albon, Bottas, Gasly, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Ocon, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Now, we had great fun watching them win last time out. What a great victory it was. But can they carry that into today's race?
It's the important one, isn't it, Crofty? You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
So it's 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. And I've got a great start there. You can see I'm already ahead of Verstappen. He's covering off Alonso there, and we get a great start. We're already into turn 1 there, way ahead of Verstappen, about 4 tenths now. The thing about this race is we're not going to be as quick as the Red Bulls behind. We're not going to be as quick as the Aston Martin or even the Ferrari. All that we're going to be trying to do is keep these cars behind for the majority of the race. As long as we keep good traction on the rear tyres and we can light them up out of the corner heading up to 130R, then we can keep the Red Bull behind us. And that is going to be the key to this race, keeping the car behind, because through the first sector, through the second sector, and even through the third sector, we're not going to be as quick as the Red Bull. As you see there, Verstappen is only 2 tenths behind me, and Alonso slotting in P3 with Leclerc P4, Perez P5, with Kevin Magnussen at the back of the field P20. So we got a Haas in first position, and we got a Haas in 20 position as we're heading round sector 3 now onto the straight that heads up to 130R. This is going to be where Verstappen has the best chance, and already he's alongside. He's to my inside. He's about ahead. We've just got our front wheels alongside his rear wheels here, and we're going to hold it round the outside of 130R here and give Verstappen no chance as we head round the bend there. We've got Alonso right behind, no way through for him, and at the end of the first lap we are managing to stay ahead of Verstappen, only just here. No DRS active until lap 2. So, and here we are on lap 2. We've got Verstappen, same place, pulled out to the inside again. Has he got enough speed? We've got that Ferrari power unit. We've got the ERS going absolute maximum, still to the inside there. He can't get it done. We hang it round the outside. But the only difference is here, he's going to have DRS going down the main straight. Is he going to be able to get past us with the DRS active? That I'm not too sure about. We have no DRS, we only have battery power that we're reserving around the rest of the lap, and you can see the rear wing is wide open on that Red Bull. We go defensive, he goes to the inside, but he can't quite get the move done. We're side by side here, even going to turn 2. He's still to my outside. Is he going to be able to make the move done? No. He's not able to. You can see we've got a little bit of a wiggle on the rear end there, and he still can't get by, and there's no other place here until we get to 130R again. Lap 5. Here he is again, to the inside. DRS wide open. He gets ahead of us just there, but we're side by side, giving fair racing, and he's just got through there. We weren't able to hang it out. Now, is he going to be able to get up the road and ahead of us here? I doubt we're going to be able to stay with Verstappen, so we're now P2 on the road. Magnussen still P20. We've got Alonso trying around the outside there in the S's, but can't quite get the move done. So we are staying ahead as we move on to lap 6 here. It's the pit lap. We've got Alonso DRS wide open to the inside again into turn 1. And before we even get there, he is ahead of us. We're trying to hang it around the outside here. No room for us. Alonso much quicker there than we are, and now we're vulnerable to Charles Leclerc, but I believe this is our pit lap, so we're just going to try and stay ahead of Leclerc. Verstappen is 2 seconds up the road already. Alonso's going to go chasing him. Magnussen has made the move on Esteban Ocon there, and we are just now going to have to defend for our life from Leclerc and Perez and Russell behind. Hamilton down in 10th position, not great for the Mercedes driver there, but as you can see, Leclerc is on the back of us here into the hairpin. Alonso is not going that far away. We've gone wide though, which allows Leclerc to almost look up the inside there, but he isn't able to. We're coming around the 3rd sector now, and as it was to get on pole position yesterday was an incredible feat anyway. We weren't able to maintain it we were for 4 laps, but that DRS on that Red Bull was just too powerful. I'm sure Verstappen was deploying all his battery down the main straight there as we were side by side going into turn 1. And as we head towards 130R here, on 130R, is Leclerc going to be able to make it work? He looks for it, but he thinks better of it. Obviously, it's going to be box this lap for everybody, including Verstappen ahead of us and Alonso. So as we're heading around the final corner, you're going to see us peel off to the right into the pit lane. Alonso's in ahead of us too, and Verstappen and Leclerc behind. So Verstappen's in his box, but with all the people coming into the pit, he's actually being held up there. So not a great stop from Verstappen's pit crew. As you can see, we're heading into the box now. Nice, fast stop for us onto the hard compound tyre. And unbelievably, we're out ahead of Verstappen and Alonso. So getting held in the pit lane there has really not helped Alonso's race. You can see he's behind the Ferrari, even the Mercedes there. And we get out ahead of Verstappen on the road. So after the round of pit stops, we are going to be P1 on the road again, as long as we can get a good outlap. And here we are on lap 9, we are P1. We've got Verstappen behind us. Again, he looks to the inside. Is he going to be able to make a move down into 130R? He's been looking around the outside. Now he's looking up the inside and nothing doing there. He's all over the curbs and he thinks better of it. He thinks of the championship. He's not able to get the move done there. And it looks like we've actually gained a little bit of time on him there. And he's got Sainz right behind him. So he's going to be defending as we head on to lap 12 now. He's not been able to make the move on us any other lap. We've been saving our battery through the first sector, through the second sector, and deploying it all the way down to 130R. He's looking to the outside now. We are wheel to wheel. He's got his front axle ahead of my front wing, and no matter what he tries, he's not able to get that Red Bull past this Haas with this Ferrari power engine when we're deploying all battery. And here we are now on lap 13. We've got Verstappen 3 tenths behind us. Is he going to try anything on the last lap? He is right close behind us here. We've been saving our battery through the sector 1, sector 2. Obviously no DRS for ourselves as we're heading now round the curved shaped corners into the straight that goes into 130R. Verstappen is very close on this lap. He's already pulling to the inside and he's ahead of us. He's ahead of us before we even get into 130R. There's no front axle ahead. He is full car width ahead and we're right behind him into 130R. We're almost touching the back of him. We're looking to the outside, late on the brakes there. Are we able to get the move done? We are. And into the final corner, we've made the overtake on Verstappen, and across the line, we have won the Japanese Grand Prix. What a race. Oh my god, unbelievable.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
We were able to keep him behind us the whole race. It was won in the pit stops. Yes! Yes! Come on! What a race.
Another action-packed Japanese Grand Prix comes to an end, and a magnificent drive to take the win today.
And it's always good, Crofty, to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
There aren't many teams, as they come out onto the podium now, who could do what Haas have managed to accomplish here. It's hard to believe how competitive they've already become. Amazing victory. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out. Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
What an incredible, incredible race. We lost the position to Verstappen and Alonso in the pit stops. Before the pit stops, we managed to get it back after the pit stops. We were much slower than he was, but we were faster in the corners we needed to be faster in. And absolutely incredible, incredible race there. I don't know how we've managed to do it. I really don't. At a circuit that, you know, we've struggled at. and that I've struggled at. I'm not sure how we've managed to pull off the win there, as well as the pole position. I just feel super proud of the Haas team and what we've accomplished there, and nothing to be said other than incredible race. Where are we racing next time out? Let's find out. I have a feeling it could be Miami. No, it's the Chinese Grand Prix. Now that's a good weekend for me as well, because I'm pretty decent at the Chinese Grand Prix. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this episode, the 4th episode of F1 2024 Career Mode. And as I always say at these episodes, thank you for watching, and peace out, my friends.